Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I don't know why I'm like so confused. Like, wait a second, what am I doing today? Oh. For those who don't know, hey, everybody, I'm Mandi. And yeah, I'm one half of Salt and Sass Games. Usually I do kind of video game thing. What's going on? I see there's like a bunch of stuff going on here in my situation. Oh, it's because I don't have a game. Yeah, it got a little weird. That's okay. Programming. Anyway, ADHD, sidetracked. For those who don't know, I'm one half Salt Sass Games. The other one is Suzanne. You'll probably see me more on the channel because I'm more the video person, I guess. Suzanne does video too, but I'm probably more often on here playing video games. And usually on Mondays, I do a video game, but I didn't. So, hey, Asmati Games, welcome. Thanks for popping in. Yes, lunch. I'm assuming it's lunch for everybody. That was probably a poor assumption on my end, but here we are. I figured I'd talk about some things other than games today because I'm tired. I'm sure you're recovering as well. Maybe not. I hope everything's well with you and the family. But yeah, I suspect today will probably be quiet. But I got a bunch of cool stuff when I was away that I wanted to talk about. We'll get back to the gaming stuff. I think I have something this week, board games or otherwise. So, yeah, we'll get back to that. So, hope everyone's having a good work day. But I thought we'd take a break and look at game stuff. I know people are on break, so they might pop in as we do a thing. So, really excited about a couple things that I got, and we're going to open them together because I figured I just got the boxes from a friend who brought them back for me. And I figured let's look at them together, and you can all let me know your thoughts. So, yeah, I guess we'll jump in. People can pop in as they see fit. Feel free to lurk, chat, hang out, don't hang out. All good. Glad to have you all here. Who's that? Oh, hey, Amanda. Nice to see you. We'll be seeing each other very soon. And I think somebody else popped in. If I missed you, I'm sorry. So thanks for popping in. All right. I was telling everybody it's just going to be like a chat stream today, but I have some gaming related things for chat that we want to talk about. Oh, yeah. Totally cool. I expect that people are working. Hey, Paulum. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. I definitely will ping you offline because I want to know if there's some things you want to take a look at doing. So, yeah. All right. Let's pop over. Yeah, let me scooch over here. It's a whole thing. All right. Let me do this. Swing my screen over. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm using a different mic, so sound a little different. Someone else just popped in. Hexstar Dragon, hello. We met at Niagara. Oh, you're gonna have to remind me though. I met a lot of new people, and I feel like I would probably know you to see you. I'm really bad with that sort of thing, but I'm glad you could pop in. You came at a good time. I'm actually gonna be. Okay, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I have a different mic. I don't love this mic. It's not as good as my other mic, but as long as you can hear me, that's all that counts. This is something. Ah, I do know who that is. Well, hello, and thank you for joining. It's always weird because people know me by my voice, not necessarily by my face, because people probably more recognize me lately from the podcast than anything. So I totally get it takes a minute. Well, either way, thank you for jumping in. It's lunchtime. I figure people are working, but I'm tired and I didn't really feel like doing a game today, but I figured let's talk about game related items. And Hexstar Dragon, I'm so glad you picked a little cartoon thingy there. That's it's like a little, it looks like a ladybug. It's very cute. I like it. All right. So if you were at Canada Plays, then you would remember maybe this. This was presented by Gamegenic at Canada Plays. So Gamegenic has been very kind in giving me some sleeves and things for cards and some other items that are very useful, including kind of organizers. If you watch, I had a stream on my Marvel Champions stuff, and they put together some really amazing organizers. I'm not just saying that because I get it. Like, I'd tell you if I didn't like it, I just wouldn't use it. But it's very good. So if you have a lot of TCGs, CCGs, any of that sort of thing, a lot of their products are quite good for organizing, and I like to be organized. Sorry, let me get a little sip of tea here. I'm assuming everyone's working. Maybe not. I mean, this is my lunch break, but... Oh, tea's so good. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. Am I the only tea drinker here? Maybe not. So... Hey, Board Gaming Crew, somebody else from Canada Plays. Heyo. So, then this is going to be repetitive for you maybe a little bit. The Game Castle, I don't think it's launched yet. according to Adrian, who's CEO, and head at Gamegenic, and was kind enough to gift this to me because he knows I love pink. I love these kind of colors. And let's be clear, anybody loves these. He loves these colors. And he's like, Mandi, this is, I know we talked about it. This is the first one. So, does it have, a good castle should have catapults. I agree. So we're going to have to talk to them about fixing that. They did add a strap though, which was a suggestion someone had made, and it holds mats apparently. So they're open to suggestions. And Tangy, thanks for popping in. Okay, Mandi, you're a tea drinker too. I love tea. Tea's delightful. Everyone drinks coffee to get all pepped up, which is fine. I can't for several reasons, and I just don't like the taste of it. I tried. Board game crew didn't get goodies. Okay, fair, but I do have a relationship with Gamegenic. And Adrian and I are actually friends outside of, so it was very nice. And he knows that this is like my jam. So he's like, Mandi, and there's no pressure to talk about it. So, but I like to talk about it because it's cool. So I'm going to open it with all of you because I have not opened it. It's still in the box. I kind of started to, and I was like, wait, let's look at this on screen. So bear with me. Let's do a thing. They were supposed to release it, I think, last year or some point last year, but then they delayed it because of suggestions from people. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So, try not to bang the table here. Okay, I think that's it. All right, cool. So it's very white. Sorry, the light's going to make it super blinding there. So, look at that. It has some very cool things on it. So far, just looks like, literally like a castle, as we suspected. And it has the logo, which is kind of hard to see because it's all blown out because it's all white here. The white, but it does say Gamegenic here. And then it shows you, see if you look, there's something for cards and then something for dice. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Am I the only person that likes to organize? I like to organize. Okay, let's see. So there are also decorations, apparently. You can, I don't think they cost you anything. And I believe from what Gamegenic was saying, you could go on and like print these out or eventually you're able to get them. But, this is something that you'll be able to stick on here to kind of make it your own. I have some very cute stickers that I'm also going to put on here, but they remove easily, so we'll see. Make it, like, super cute. It's cute, but cuter. I like to organize my games, so I'm about this life, but very specific games. So, I don't know. Do you all have a game that you're like, it has to be either sleeved and or organized? I don't know. I have certain games where they're like, they get the royal treatment, if you will. Okay, so now we've opened it. There's the strap. So this was added because I don't think this initially was in there. So this is the strap that they've added to the case that you can add to it. And I am kind of glad, though, it's not a clip. So it does look like one that's going to go... I'll have to figure it out. Looks like it probably goes on one of these edges. Because I find sometimes the clips, when they're plastic, they break, but we'll see. And it has like a decent, your regular kind of cushiony thingy for your shoulder, which is normal, and then something to adjust. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't know if I would use it the strap, but it's nice to have. I say that now as I carry 5,000 bags anytime I go anywhere. Anybody who knows me knows this is a fact. So we'll see about that. Amanda, some games need to be organized so that it is easier to get to the table and set up. No, it's very true. And I know we've all played some of those games that are either, not even that they're huge games to play, but they just have a lot of pieces and it just makes it easier if it's organized, So let me just turn the light down on this. It's like so bright. It's like blinding. There we go. Okay, so now, oh, there's like a setup. I wonder if this is for the straps. So this has some screws and whatnot in here. We're gonna have to look at the instruction booklet because I don't know what that's about. And look at that, an instruction booklet. So let's see. It is for the strap, so they do actually tell you how it's going to be applied. So it does require a screwdriver, which is fine. But I do like that they give you the option. You don't have to use it. So if you don't want the strap on there, it's not required. So there are steps. Cool. All right. We're not going to do that today, but I like that it's visible. And then these come out. So they have these little cuppy things. So these are great. So the reason I like these is because if you're playing a game, oh yes, let me just, you know, you come to your table all professional because this is how we all sound when we sit down at the game table. Yes, yes, yes. Let me just pull open my castle here and pull out my pieces for the game. Hello. And then we can put them on the table within reach of all players. Yes, yes. Why do I sound like somebody who plays Monopoly Scrabble? Well, I do play Scrabble, and that's how I sound all official. Oh my gosh, I'm like losing it today. But there you go. So you can see these all come out, which is nice. But you can also hold pieces in here because this is so close to the top, it's not going to spill out. So I like that. So that's nice. Now it feels like, yeah, they fit in like a little sliding track there. And I think it's the same for the front. Yeah, so it's not a, yeah, so there's like a track in here that separates them. There we go. And something I know that I had asked Gamegenic when I had an interview with them, and if you were at Canada Plays, they may have played it already. I talked about 3D printing because it's a thing, and I feel like this is something that, you know, people might go, oh, I could just 3D print this, or whatever the case may be. So, in talking to Adrian, he was really open about it. He's like, hey, like, we want to work with the community, so if there's a way that they can work with them, providing files or whatever, I'm not saying this specifically, but something along those lines, they could work together. So I have a friend who's really big into 3D printing, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of why I asked the question. And hey, everyone's trying to save some money, right? Obviously, we want to support companies, but also, you know, everyone's trying to do their best. So I appreciate that he was very honest and open about saying, yeah, like that's something we've thought about, and we're open to working with that community. So, Amanda, is it only for cards? No, I think that side had the card symbol, so I think this one specifically, that side is for cards. Now you can use it for wherever you want, but I think that's what they're implying. And then on this side is more for like game pieces. So these ones, it might be hard to see, are not as big and they're not as like deep. They're a little more shallow, but these all come out. So these are, you can see that. Sorry, the light's like super bright. They're not as deep, but these all come out and they have different sizes. So obviously it fits a certain way, but you can then decide to put them back however you want. But yeah, these are nice because then you can just put these on the table. So the other one's probably more for cards, which is kind of what they alluded to. And these are more for your pieces. So I'm trying to think of a game that would benefit from this. I do like this like long tray, because I have some games where this size tray, it's weird and it's like, but useful. And it's evading me now, the game that I needed that for, but it'll come to me. I'm sure I'll do a update on that. So there you go, everybody. That is the game castle from Gamegenic. Oh. And I'm excited because, yeah. Are they the same depth as the silos? Silos. Remind me, I am having some major memory issues. Are you talking about... Oh, their other product. The one with the... So they have another product, and I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. Sorry, my memory for names of things is terrible, but I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. Yeah, okay. They have... Thanks, Amanda. They have something like this that's separate. So it doesn't come in a castle like this. It's like a separate box, and I have a few of them. You can just like put them in a game. They're like this thick, and they're probably about the size of a book, and you can put them in games, but they have trays like this. So yes, they're about the same depth as those ones. This just comes in the big box. So they're probably interchangeable. I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, that's a good point. So yes, so if you don't necessarily want the whole castle, you just like this organizing piece, you can buy them through the game, the silos with Gamegenic, as Amanda was talking about. So once I have a game assigned to this, I will show you more, but I just wanted to show you because I was a little excited. It's pink and has a bit of like that kind of turquoise color on there. And now that they've added the strap, I'll see if I'll use it. I don't know, maybe, but I think it's nice because there are people that 100% will. So yeah, so let me do that. And I don't know, I'm an organizer, so I like these sorts of things. And honestly, I was looking at something very similar for my RPGs. So I don't know if anybody in the chat plays RPGs, but there was this RPG thing online, and I'm trying to think, I can't remember the name of it. It was a Kickstarter, it was for 3D printing, and it was a box, something like this, but specifically for RPGs. the file wasn't cheap. I think the file was like $60 or something. And then on top of it, you have to buy your filament and everything else. And I have a friend's like, yeah, I'll totally do it for you. I just got to get the files. But yeah, like something like that'd be really cool for RPGs. But I don't know. I just like to keep everything together. But now there's something else with RPGs, and I meant to add this on the screen, but maybe I'll pull it up and then you all can tell me your thoughts. So let me do that. But I don't know if anybody else plays RPGs, so hard to say. All right, let me swing this back together. Ah, you love organizing? I'm going to say no on the boards. Now, they said there's room to fit mats, but that could be also just taking these out, and then you could put a mat in here, especially if you're doing a card game. So you'd have some room for cards, and then I think it also fits their boxes, so like the deck boxes. But if you did boards, you could, but I don't think you'd be able to keep all of this. I think you would have to take these out. That's just my opinion. I haven't tried it yet, but this is too close to the top. Between the spacing between this and this to fit a board, I think you would have to remove some of this or all of that, put your boards and pieces on that side and then your game pieces on the other side. Very good question. And this is something I will revisit once I've kind of played with it a bit more. So that's a really good point. Yeah. So there you go. That is the game castle. Yeah. So we'll see how that pans out. Very excited to see more of this. Now I wish that I had put another screen up here so you could see another product I'm looking at, and I wanted your thoughts on it. So we'll jump to the next thing, and then maybe when I get back to the other screen, I can sort it out. I posted about... Oh, any questions about the castle? I think it's pretty cool. I'm interested to see more. I know, Amanda, you seem more familiar with it. Other people, maybe not as much. That's okay. Hey, Deadpan. Thanks for popping in. We're just chilling today, doing a chat, showing off some cool new things that I got. Some I bought, some I received for review. I'm very transparent about that. I'm not rich, so it is what it is. But Gamegenic is Adrian is a friend as well as they own the company, but always been very supportive of what I do and always happy to take a look. Even if I like it or don't like it, I'll be very honest. Next, I was hoping Chellcat would be here today. Are these cards? Okay, so let's talk about this container. I got it at the dollar store. Not bad though, eh? $1.50, and it fits my tarot cards. So I don't like the color. I really wish it were pink or something, but green is not one of my favorite colors, but it's a lovely color on its own. So these are cards that I got from, this is the company, Fablemakers, and these cards are cool. Did I need them? Absolutely not, but that's not the point. So I did put, now I don't know if you all knew, I did a little review on Dragon Shield sleeves on the channel. I didn't do it here. So these are the sleeves that I'm using. Not gonna lie to you, these sleeves are pretty nice. I was like, oh, I don't get the appeal, Dragon Shield, whatever. You're just spending all this money. No, they're nice. These ones are the tarot size sleeves and they're matte on one side, or like a soft matte, I'm gonna call them, and then like a gloss on the other side. So there are two different sides to the card, so you can decide how you want to put the sleeves. There's not a pitch here to be like, oh, buy all Dragon sleeve. I actually use mostly Gamegenic sleeves. They sent me some to try, and I've never had Dragon Shield. Apparently, Dragon Shield are like top of the line. I didn't know that, so I know some of the chat's gonna be like, how did you not know this? I didn't, okay? But now I know they're very good sleeves, and they're pretty durable, and I tried them with these cards, so I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty slick. Tangy, see, you know, I didn't know, okay? I don't know all the things. So I posted on socials about these cards, and these are fun. So they're tarot, and they're animated. So I don't know if any of you have heard about it. And then apparently the company, I think it's Hit Point Press. Someone was saying they're Canadian. I don't think I knew that. But Hex Dragon, what are you saying? Hexstar Dragon. I've used the Dragon Shield sleeves when I need opaque backs, and I really like the Gamegenic sleeves for clear sleeves. They shuffle very well. See? So you're happy to endorse them both. Exactly. So I just didn't know, but it's cool to see that you also use kind of a mix. I have seen the opaque sleeves, and they have some nice art on some of the Dragon Shield ones that I've seen that are pretty cool. They sent me these ones. These are the new board game sleeves. I don't know if everybody knows about these. You would have seen them, Hexstar, if you went to Canada Plays. They did, they talked about it, I think, a little bit. I missed the presentation, but they did send me the sleeves to do a review. And these are specifically for board games, because I know they'd make other sleeves for, you know, Magic and other things. But these ones are specifically for board games. So if you're interested in knowing more about the sleeves, you can check out my review. I did kind of poke my nails through them and stuff so you could see the durability, kind of try to rip them apart a little bit, showed them how they look on the different sides, and talked a little bit about the boxes, because the boxes are cool and there's a bit of a story. But you can check that all out if you're interested. If not, well, there you go. They're sleeved. And these cards are animated. I don't know how well this is going to show up on here. Let me see. Okay, that's not a good one. I got to find one that shows the animation really well. Let me get a little closer, too. Okay, so I don't want to put too much light on it. It looks a little dark, but that's just because it's going to reflect. So I don't know if you can see this. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. Okay, let me find one that's really obvious. Okay, there, that one. Can you see that? I know it's a bit of a glare there. I'm trying not to get the glare. Oh, there we go. Hey-oh. Hey-hey. I don't know if you see the movement at all. Let me see if I can get another one. Okay, this is not a big deal for most. Oh, this one's nice. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Oh, come on. Those are pretty sweet. Okay, I'm like a kid in the candy store. This is amazing. Yeah, Lent. What's that there? I saw it. Ah, lenticular cards. Okay, I knew Chelcat. I'm like, I was waiting for you to come in the chat because I know you had talked about these cards and I said I didn't need them and I got them anyway. To be fair, Hit Press Point, they were very kind enough to provide me with these cards. I would have bought them. They were sold out when I went to buy them. They said they had an extra one I could take a look at if I wanted to talk about them, and I could use them with my solo RPGs. They're so good and they're like thick. So I don't know if you can hear. Oops, I don't know if you can hear this. That's me tapping on the card. So they're thick. And this is why we were talking about sleeves. Let's see this one. Like some of the animations are subtle. Like see that one? And anybody wonder about the lighting? I just turned the lighting down because otherwise it's super glary. And I put them on the shiny side. But, I mean, oh my god. I haven't even gone through the whole deck yet. See? Just some of them. So some of them are subtle like that. But there are a few that are very... I'm trying to see. That one's not as... Hold on. Let me see this one. Yeah, some of it's just background or like a swishing of a clothes or something like this. Anyway, I had to show these two because these are so good. And I cannot wait. There's some water movement. I don't know. Is this something that people are into? I mean, I'm into it. And again, you can see the matte on that sleeve? It's matte, but it's not white. You know how some of them put that like whitish cast on them? And I hate that. My Gamegenic ones are pretty sweet. They're pretty good. I do like the finish of this one. So these are the sleeves, and then this is the more shiny side. I did that because I'm using them personally, so I don't mind it, but they shuffle really well. So these are pretty. I don't know the cost. I think they're like $60 maybe, give or take. I think it's in US dollars on the site, but someone told me they're Canadian, but I did not know that. Anyway, so those are the cards I had to share because I'm so excited about these. Because you all know I play solo RPGs, right? So these are, you'll get a lot of these RPGs that like require you to use dice or cards. I think this is the one I used on social so you could see the birds. Anyway, so the Fablemakers, that is very good. And Chelcat in the chat has also used them. You were the one who mentioned them to me as well. Yeah, so and I think the book just goes through like what each thing means, goes a little into deep dive into interpreting them, what it means if it's reversed. So I do like that because I find some of these decks too have their own terminology or own way of doing things, and I find it can be a little confusing. So I like it when they stick to the originals. Just, I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. So there you go. So that one is Fablemakers Animated Tarot Booklet. I believe this was on crowdfunding. But they do sell it like in their store or whatever. So let me just turn the lights back up a little bit. And we'll just not zoom in a million so close. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one with the obsession with the tarot cards, but I feel I am not. Although I do read them as well. Okay, what else have I got for you here? Okay, so this book has a story, and I don't know if Hexstar Dragon, if you got pulled into this or not. Okay, so this book. Now, you've seen me post it on social media, And this is Dream of Gods by Arcane Canvas. So the reason I'm laughing is because this is a I guess like a puzzle game book sort of thing. I bought this, so this is was not provided to me. I did buy this, and I don't know. It has QR codes, so if you're, I hope it doesn't catch anything, but you'll see. It's like a story, and then there are puzzles. I'll try not to give anything away too wild here. Ideally, I was trying not to give away a puzzle, but it looks like I just didn't erase things like I should have. Let me see, so I can show you something without giving anything away. Why would I do that? Ha 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 ha. I should erase it. But I'll just show you something I can just cover with my finger. But you're reading the story and then trying to complete the puzzles. And then once you've kind of gotten to a part where you have to complete, here, I'll show you. And the reason I show you this clue too is because this clue's caused some issues, I tell you. So there we go. So it's like this. You'll get the story, and then you'll get to a part where it'll ask you to complete the puzzle, and then you have to click on that QR code with the response. Okay? Now, this particular one sent us into a tailspin. So I brought this book to Canada Plays. I was like, you know, something to do. You know, I could just do on my downtime or whatever. And then I got Rodney Smith. For those who don't know, Rodney Smith is also a content creator. He's Watch It Played. I know probably everybody here knows him, but just in case. He's amazing, lovely person, and we got to spend a lot of time together at Canada Plays, and because we both host it. And so yeah, he helped me with a couple puzzles, and then one of them was like, I can't figure this out. So then he's like, okay, let me take a look. He's like, I can't figure this out. So I ended up, I think, at like groups of people were working on this at Canada Plays. So many people were like, can I see the cover of this book? Like, I need this book now. Anyway, I get a message one day, like early from Rodney. I got the answer. I was like, at this point, I was so done. I was like, nah, I don't even want to know. I was so annoyed. He's like, sends me the answer. I was like, are you joking me? So apparently somebody at Canada Plays messaged Rodney. They just didn't have my information. And then Rodney messaged me with the response. So I had people working on this like 2 a.m. sort of thing. I'm like, oh gosh. So I felt kind of bad. People were up late, but people were loving it. So this is, not only was it fun, it had a lot of good like memories from that convention because we had so many people working on it. So the answer, the person who found it, it was ridiculous. It literally was like right in the book. We just didn't look for it. We just read way deeper into it than we needed to. And I saw someone say, Michael, it reminds me of the Journal 29 books. Yeah, so I have those too. Those are harder. So yes, it's a similar type of concept. This one, when you click on the QR codes, there are story voice actors who read the story too. So that part I really liked, and I really liked hearing the different voices. So that was very cool. That's the only difference. But yes, very similar concept of puzzle kind of game book, trying to follow a story. And this one would probably be like Journal 29's. Those are hard. Like some of them are not bad, but that's like medium hard level. No, it's hard. Like medium hard. This is like light medium. So it's a nice before bed kind of thing. If you want just like light puzzling, this is really strong. So I have to tell you, we had a good time with this one. So if you haven't, my only concern, and I haven't confirmed this yet, I do, after speaking to some friends, and it wasn't listed, I didn't see it there. I think they might use AI art. I'm not sure. And I didn't know that when I bought it. I'm being very transparent about this because I'm not a huge supporter of that. So that's, I have to find out. So that, talking to a friend who is in the, graphic design and stuff, seems like it's saying that it could be that way. But again, I don't know, so I have to confirm that. But I'm hoping not, because the book's really good. But I just wanted to share the stories, the good times that I had with it, playing with it. So I did finish it. And Rodney, don't worry. I won't ask you anymore. It's like, I never want to see this again. He was joking, but it was a lot. They do? Okay, so I just missed it when I was scanning the page. Thank you very much, Michael. So, and this is me. Sometimes I just back things indiscriminately, and then in this particular case, I did not do my research properly, but that is something that I'm glad they were upfront about. And I had a friend confirm who works in the field that that's what it is. So if that is something that you'd like to know, there you go. Thank you, Michael, for that. And Shellcat, the Journal 29 books have one of my least favorite puzzles I've ever encountered, even though I enjoyed it as a whole. Yeah, there's one I stopped playing, I think, because I was like, hey, I couldn't figure it out, and I was really upset about it. And I usually don't get upset about it, but I was just like, I didn't understand. And when I don't understand why the puzzle did the thing it did, now I'm wondering if it's the same one. We'll have to talk offline. So there you go. Dream of Gods. If you're interested, it was a Kickstarter. I think they're a small company. I don't think they're a big company. But yeah. So, something you could take a look at. Perfect. So, let's do that. Now, Journal 29, actually, don't they have more of those? I feel like they have, because I have a few books. Oh, sorry. They have other books in like the series or that designer does. I'm thinking has more books in that line. There was Journal 29, something of Journal 29 Oblivion. You know what? I'm thinking of Skyrim. Oh my gosh. But I do think they have other puzzle books. Wow. I need to stop right now. I'll be fine. All right. So I just got this in. Stephanie is also probably going to talk about it. Yeah. Okay. So there are a few Journal 29 books. Thank you, Michael. I'm like, I know I'm losing it a little bit, but I wasn't sure. So I got this. You're like, a map. Good for you. So this is Akaroth, and this is a map from a solo RPG that Stephanie and I both are really into. And yeah, and the book finally came. So Hex Star Dragon, I haven't seen, but that looks very cool. I actually started running an annual mystery party and use QR codes for answer submissions and for people to get their next clue puzzle. That's cool. Oh, an annual mystery party. That's awesome, first of all. And a lot of work, but that sounds amazing. I'm sure everyone loves it. And yeah, the book itself was good. I mean, like I was saying before, I really wish it didn't use AI art and, you know, poop on me for not doing more research into that. I probably just saw Gamebook, cool, backed it, but now I'm trying to be a bit better about doing that sort of thing. But hey, that's not to say that people can't enjoy it. Like, that's not for me to tell people what to do, but that's very cool that you did something using the QR codes. I think that's awesome. So, very cool. I love it. You have to tell me more about this. I love a good mystery party, I must say. Okay, so now we have Akaroth. And this is not the name of the game. So this is a solo RPG. It's a map that came with it. It's a cloth map. I'll be very honest. I find this hard to read. Like, this is about as far as you can go. And even getting close in, I find it hard to read. I do appreciate it. And it's very cool for my little mysteries and stuff. But I'm on the struggle bus reading this map. So I kind of just make up things as I see it. So, okay, you'll see my little tabbies because I started playing it. And this is Brambletrek, an Akaroth journey. Has anyone seen this one? So this I backed this one. And it's from Crossed Paths. This one uses cards, but not tarot cards, just uses playing cards. So I'm using a deck that I have that's like plastic, but it has like kind of animal nature kind of deck. I should have brought it over to show you, but excuse me, it's from something else. So I don't know if anybody else has done this, but they also have a Kickstarter that's out now for like another world of RPG in this kind of Brambletrek cozy cute world. I did start going through it. Oh, they also give you this. It's so cute. It's a little print of art that they've designed, and the shine on it, but that is actually kind of like the cards, but gives a bit of color. And so let's see here. I won't go too deep into it, but you do get like more of the maps in the actual book itself, so you're not beholden to using the map. But you can see they use tables, right? So if you're doing exploration, you use tables based on the cards you're pulling. And then they have something called the depths. And the depths is like another part, like another table that you can use, which is over here. So when you're in here, there's like combat and some other things that you're going to be doing. So yeah, the combat. Steph was telling me, what did she say? She was telling me that she did combat. She's like, yeah, I died really fast. I'm like, great. And I'm supposed to do any better? I don't think so, but we'll see. But you're looking at these. You're going to draw 4 of these on a day and then resolve them. But if it's one that pulls you into the depths, you do that last and then you resolve in the depths. Like you get stuck in those tunnels. Hey, Legends GM, thanks for popping in. Good timing. We're talking about a new solo RPG that I picked up. I got a few on the way. This is so much. These are the characters. Come on. They're so cute. Like, look at this. So I decided to be... Did I do the seer? I think I did the seer. Yeah, I was talking to Steph, and there was the seer, and I think... Yeah, I did the seer. So... It's so cute. Like, oh my gosh. And your resources boosts and flaw. Resource boost and flaw. So I started with 5 supplies, but not so good on the health, which would make sense because as soon as you get to the magic-y stuff, you're a little more squishy. You don't get as much health. I'm okay with that. So not mad at it. But it tells you a little story about yourself and then the abilities that you have and what you can do once per day. So you'll have something you could potentially do once per day. I won't go to... Oh, sorry. I said that I was the... No. I made a mistake. Stephanie was the seer. And then supplies. Did I be the seeker? No, I think I was the seer as well. No, I was the seer. Oh, she might have chosen storyteller. So that would be accurate. But, I mean, obviously, if you've played any type of D&D or whatever, the sneaker is probably like the rogue or something. Like, you get an idea. And we talked about the charts. And obviously, getting morale is important. So you want to keep that up. And there are things that'll take away your morale, that sort of thing. I won't go too much into it in case you actually want to play it and try it. Then there are combat encounters. I just started playing it, so I haven't hit combat yet. Stephanie has played it and said she hit combat and the spiders took her out. So I'm scared because it was in the depths, and the depths are a lot. So, yes. And then they give you an example. So for those of you who are not familiar with journaling RPGs are hit or miss for me. I need a little guidance, something. Otherwise, I'm off doing random things. Oh my gosh. And then the rules are like, what? Rules? So I like this because the rules are pretty simple, straightforward. And then this is an example of a journal entry for the day. So you see, it's not super long. And I'm one of those people that can write for a long time. And you can if you want to. But if you're trying to just get a flow, get into the game, just something quick and easy. And then it shows you these are your cards drawn. And then if you have cards that you draw for like your items and stuff, you can do that. And there's a chart for that. But you write those down and then do that. So this leads me into the next thing I've been looking at. And I don't have it here, unfortunately, and I should have put that screen up there. But if Amanda's still around, she might be able to put the link in there for you. If you're around, Amanda, no pressure. I was using my iPad to write all of my RPGs because I put a paper filter on it, then use the Apple Pen. Now, I don't use Apple generally, just the way it goes. But I have an iPad, and I'm not a huge fan of the pen. I just don't find it super comfortable. And I don't know, I'm just not getting that paper pencil vibe. It was okay in the beginning. I'm like, nah, I'm still missing that. So I bought a used Remarkable 2. Yeah, so Amanda, there's a link. It's a product called Remarkable 2. So if you're near a computer, if not, don't worry about it. I'll talk about it later. And people in the chat may already know. It's like what would you call that? An e-ink, e-notebook? I don't know. Stephanie has one. It's all her fault, everybody. That's why I'm even entertaining this. She has one. And I said, no. I'll use my iPad. It's good. And it's fine. But I'm just missing that. I'm old school. I'm missing that pencil to paper vibe. I don't know if anybody else is like me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm not a young one, but then again, I'm used to writing in pencil to paper. I know exactly. Apple Pen. Is that the pineapple apple thing? Oh my goodness. Okay, Amanda, what did you just put in there? I think that was a mistake. That's totally fine. I've done that where you copy it. I thought I copied it, and then you go to paste it, and it pastes the last thing. Yeah, that happened to me at work today. Yeah, totally. I totally get that. Yes. Oh, the pineapple apple pen. I can't even... That song was in my head forever, and then someone did one with Adobe. So they use like Adobe, what was it? Premiere Pro and Encoder. And they did the thing, and I'm like, as someone who uses Adobe, I'm like, yes, that is accurate. It's like, for the old one. It was so annoying. A gameritis guy. Good timing. I'm blabbing to everybody about all the things that I've got while I was away. And currently we're talking about Brambletrek. So, And we're talking about the writing implement that I'm now using. Amanda put it in the chat. Thanks, Amanda. I appreciate you. Remarkable. So again, I'm not promoting that you go and get that one specifically. I'm just letting you know what I've been using. So I have an iPad, and I really should have brought it so you can see it. And it has like that paper scratchy filter thing. I put like a protector on it so it could feel more like paper, and it's cool. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm liking it, but it's just not it. And then Stephanie has one of these remarkable things. I got the link in there, and I don't have it yet. It should be coming this week. I got a used one because I'm sorry, they're very expensive, and I'm just like, oh, I can't afford whatever it was. And I got the 2, not the Pro. I wanted something basic. Doesn't need to be in color. I want it like pencil to paper feel. And it literally is just that. It's something like an e-notebook or whatever, so you can write like stuff like this, and then you know what else is remarkable? The dry erase board. Yes, if only it didn't smudge, and when I'm writing journal entries like this, is a little bit much for me. But listen, the Remarkable is expensive. I got a used one because I was like, I can't, even the used one's not cheap either. But I can also use this for work, so which is great. So I'm like, maybe work will cover it. Doubtful, but that's okay. But it'll be saving me on like paper. And then the iPad, the battery, it has other things on it, right? I have games and movies and things, versus Remarkable is solely just for writing. So the battery lasts forever, apparently like 2 weeks or something. And like, I don't know if you have to charge the pen. I don't think so. Or if you do, it's very minimal. So I just wanted something like that for notes and things like that. So I was using an app called, what is it called? There was like an app you can use, and it had like templates for like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. And it was cool, but it was giving me some issues, and I think it's just because I use PC and Android stuff versus Apple, so the link was like really annoying, having to share it. So as long as you have a program that like a OneDrive or whatever, then that works. You can share it that way. But all that stuff's in the Remarkable, so I'm going to try it. And you can also turn writing to text. I think Apple does that too, which is great. But this also does that, so great for sharing. Again, this is just a lot of us do solo RPG, so if you're looking for another way, not pen and paper, or hey, if you have an iPad, and you love it, use it, absolutely. This was just, I had seen Stephanie use it, and a few other friends who work in graphic design and stuff using it. I was like, oh, this is really cool, and it feels really nice. So, I don't know, we'll give it a try. Got 100 days. If I don't like it, I can return it and back to the drawing board. Ha ha ha. Or iPad. Okay. I'll show myself out. That was so bad. But, hey, if you've got something that works for you, Legends DM, you're using a Jot Boogie board for $20 for keeping score for board games. Yeah, like, I mean, even in games, I'm trying to laminate the score sheets. So that way we don't have to waste paper. We just have to remember to put marker in there. Or keep one handy. But, I mean, saving the environment is good, right? So thought I would share that. And you can, I'm trying to think of a nice way to engage people doing a stream for solo RPGs. And I can connect the Remarkable 2 with like the stream. Like you can see me write it online. I don't know if that's a good way to do it. I'm still struggling about a more engaging way, even though it is solo for people. So if y'all have suggestions, I'm open to that. But I was thinking of connecting the Remarkable 2 to the stream. So so you'll see me as I'm writing it. And then the PDF or whatever of this, like whatever it is that I'm doing, so you can actually see it, so we can tell the story kind of together, but I'm writing it out, and I have nice writing, so you'll be able to read it. But I'm always on the struggle bus for that, because I never know how to do it well, so that's something I'm thinking about doing. I tried it with the iPad. The problem is I have a program called Reflection. I used to use it more when I was teaching. It doesn't connect very well. I don't know why, and it's driving me bonkers. So otherwise, I just kind of throw that in there, but we'll see. I don't know. Trying stuff out. And yeah, I mean, I have my regulars. Y'all are, regular people I see in the stream. I just do, honestly, I stream for fun. For me, it's not about numbers. It really is for fun. And I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So sometimes it's nice just to do on screen stuff. So I don't know. Open to suggestions. What your thoughts are on that idea for streaming solo RPGs. But let me know. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, so that's an example of how to do an entry. And you can also play this with a group. I find it a struggle. Right now I'm trying to get together a D&D group to play D&D, and we'll see how that goes. So there are quite a few of us. We're not going to stream that just for fun. We'll see how that pans out. So, Legends DM. Someone asked me if you were the salt or the sass, and I didn't remember. Okay. Well, that's a question for chat. Does anybody know? Because sometimes people don't know. People think it's one, it's the other one, but there are reasons. So there you go, chat. If you're there, if not, I will answer. But if you're there, am I the salt or am I the sass? Depending who you talk to, the answer might be different. Oh my gosh. So I will give you an answer, though, if no one answers you. Don't worry. So there you go. So you get to see this. And what I like about this book, there's a lot of this. Oh, do not read ahead. We will not do that. This gives you a lot of story. So to go through, and like I said, they have another Kickstarter that's out right now. And of course, I had to get that one because I'm really enjoying this so far. So let's see the answers. I like it. Vanda, I feel you are the sass, but Suze is very sassy, and you are salty about losing to Suze. Oh, this is what happens when people stream with me often. You would be correct. I am the salt. And Suzanne is the sass. Everyone assumes I'm sassy. I think it's just because I'm probably the more like vibrant, like I wear more colors and, you know, cat ears and things. No, it's Suzanne. I am salt. And it's always because anytime Suzanne and I talk, I'm like, oh, I'm so salty. That makes me so salty. Ah, you know? So that's how that came to be. So there you go. I am the salt. Oh, goodness. Hey, Trombone Delic. Good to see you. You missed my blabbering on about Brambletrek. Brambling, babbling. Anyway, solo RPGs. So I was asking everybody in the chat for suggestions. I want to start streaming these a little bit more, just like as a cozy, you know, I'm wearing my cozy sweater today, you know, with my little cup of tea. And just showing, you know, having it where I write as we have this on screen. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm just trying to find a niche that I'm comfortable in with streaming. I just want to keep it casual. There are enough people online to, you know, do all the fancy playthroughs. I'm like an old shoe. I've been here for a while. I've been in the industry for a long time. Y'all know if I have opinions on something, I'll tell you. You're still in your cozy PJs? Spoiler, so am I. I just put a sweater on to make myself look a little more presentable. But I have pants. Pants are on. We had a discussion about pants. All right, so there's Brambletrek. The last thing I'm going to show you, because I'm sure, like, I'm really chatty today. Woo. Operation CanCon. So you're all like, what the heck is this? So this was sent to me by Derek Schraner. And Derek, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And Derek also being Canadian. Legends Jam now, I know. I'm sorry. It's like the ADHD. And I can't get the words out. But yes, work from home perks. Although I feel I might be having to go back to the office. I'm crying about this. I don't know, everybody. I like working from home by myself. But now I feel that because I work from home and I spend a lot of time like by myself, obviously working from home, my tolerance for people is like, ugh. I don't know. Am I the only one? I just feel like, yeah, I'm going to an office now. I feel I'm going to be a little traumatized with the noise. I mean, I have headphones that I wear for work to block out the noise because I can't handle it. But yeah, that is going to be an adjustment. So I think I better start like practicing the being more social part of it. I'm already not super social. Like, yeah, I'm a little bit, but not like overly. So, has anyone gone through this transition? Let me know how that worked out for you. Gameritis guy, mine started adding another day. Oh my gosh, another day. I think I'm full-time from home, but I think everybody else goes in 3 days, so I will have to go back soon. Dang, are you up to 4? I mean, I get more work done at home. Like, yeah, I'm streaming at lunchtime, but I tell you, like, when I'm working, I'm working. So, you're at 4. Yeah, I mean, we can talk offline, but there are very few places that are pushing back 4. Wow. I mean, if you like to work in the office, that's great, I guess. But a lot of offices don't even have room for people, so I'm really surprised to hear that. But okay, that's a choice. Well, I mean, I hope it goes well. And then Chelke, you're supposed to be back in the office for 3 days, but yeah, I have a few friends like that. It's supposed to be 3, but they're not really monitoring that, or not really pushing it, I should say. At our work, they are. They're very much monitoring if people are in, and there's like a system to book desks. And I'm like, hey, that sounds like real complicated. So, and I need very specific. I have equipment that I use at my desk that can't be played with and needs to be there. So that is a discussion that I have to have, but we'll get there. We'll get there. If I have to go in, I have to go in. It is what it is. Hey, Slivers, thanks for popping in. Jumping into a therapist call, but want to say, well, hello, and thanks for thinking of me before you jump in your call. I see that you are playing a lot of games too, like me, so I'm curious to see your thoughts. But yes, hope your call goes well, and thanks for thinking of me. Appreciate it so much. Gamer Guy, it's a little wild to think that being in an office all 5 days a week was typical. 5 years ago, that we didn't even bat an eye. So it's funny people say that, but this is actually a conversation I was having with work before. So we were allowed to work from home like once a week or something like that. And long story short, I had a boss who was just really, certain people she let do and certain people not. So there were people like myself who knew a lot because I'd been, working, I had an expertise in that field. So for me to work from home was always a challenge because it's like, well, no, you need to be here because you know everything. So you have to help everybody. And I was like, hey, that's not really fair. But it was always a request for me to work from home. Like I always asked that. And so this was a discussion. I'm like, I don't understand. I can get the work done from home. Why can't I? So we pushed it and just never went anywhere. So, but you're right. A lot of people weren't having those conversations. But I think then they realize, hey, like this could work. Why wouldn't we want to save on resources? But I think public opinion is playing a lot into the role of our work. So like how we are viewed as workers. So there's a lot, unfortunately, that goes into that. And I know it's not just the type of work that I work in. Other people are probably in that space as well. Yeah, I have opinions. I mean, if we have to go back, we have to go back. But just making sure that the spaces are safe and available. And I think this is bringing up things to light that some of these spaces maybe weren't as safe as they could be, and they need to take a look at that. So I think that's bringing a few things to light, which is a good thing because then we can fix those things. So Legends DM, yesterday myself and 3 ladies played Solar Storm, SETI, Wondrous Creatures, and Art Society. Nice. I liked SETI, actually. SETI was surprisingly very good. Wondrous Creatures. Do I know that? Who's the publisher? I don't think I know that one. Yeah. Tangi, certain people are allowed? Yeah. I mean, that's a story for another day, everybody. But yes, I'm sure we've all worked in those environments. Depends who's managing. But Legends DM, yeah, Wondrous Creature sounds familiar. So this is the last thing. Someone sent this to me, so it came to me in the mail. Operation CanCon. So if you can't tell by the coloring of the book, it is definitely Canadian, geared to the, Canadian-centric. We'll go with that. And it is a game book that they created, and it's Canadian 80s music shopping game book. Which I was like, okay, I need to see this. Being Canadian, for those who don't know, yes, I'm Canadian. And it's really cool because it literally is, oh my gosh, like look at this. Who remembers Sam the Record Man? Okay, was that a Canadian company? It must be if it's in this book. I don't know, so I know we have a couple Canadians in the chat. So Sam the Record Man was Canadian, right? I mean, I'm guessing if they put it in here, but just sometimes we had locations that were just really popular. But it's one of these ones, you do the thing and then you go to the next section. So it's one of those kind of choose your own adventure kind of game books idea. So really looking forward to giving that a go and, supporting Go Canada. Supporting fellow content creators that are Canadian. So there you go. That's the last one. So Legends DM BGG has 9 publishers for Wondrous Creatures. Oh my gosh. But the one on top says Bad Comet. I'm going to look this up. It sounds familiar, but thank you for sharing that. It sounds cool though. That's why I want to check it out. Okay, Michael, it was Canadian. Thank you. And who else is in there? Chelcat. Okay. See, I'm like trying to remember. All right, let me swing back over. Oh my gosh. Sorry, to the other screen. All right, let me just do a little zippy zip here. Okay, sorry about that. Ugh. Okay, so now I can talk comfortably. I have a few minutes before I got to go back to work. But, okay, so Sam the Record Man was Canadian. I'm trying to remember where that was here. Was I living here? Because for those who don't know, I lived in Western Canada for some of my life. That's where I was born. And now I live in Eastern Canada. Not East, but Eastern. So we didn't always have the same things like grocery stores. I feel like we had a bit more of an American influence out west. Like we had Safeway, which I'm pretty sure is American. And Safeway wasn't a thing out here. Out here, it's like Loblaws. I remember the first time I saw Loblaws, I was like, what the heck is a Loblaws? It was the weirdest thing to me coming from out west. Loblaws? What is that? Oh, goodness. Legends DM. I've been chatting with one of your friends in her stream. Ah, Tawe. Oh, yes, the other. We say about each other, the other Mandi. So that's Mandi with a Y and Mandi with an I. Mandi's great. And yeah, I don't think she's in the chat today. She might even be streaming now. But if you like retro games, check out Mandi. She does great work. She does art, retro kind of styling art, and also plays retro video games. But she's also dabbles a little bit in the community as well. Okay, so Legends, if you have a Safeway in Hawaii, is that an American company? It must be. And then Gameritis Guy, you have a Safeway near us too. Okay, I'm convinced because Safeway's not a thing here where I'm living now. Loblaws is a thing, which is weird. But anyway, it is what it is. You get used to it. Sobeys is like, I think, an East Coast thing because we didn't have that either. They may now. Like, I haven't been out west in a while, but Sobeys was another one. But I think that's Canadian, but an East Coast thing. And then there's Food Basics. I know we're talking about food stores, but it's hilarious how there's so much difference. Food Basics, and there's another one. Metro. Yeah, like some of these are things that are more common East Coast, less common West Coast, that sort of thing. So that is very interesting. Hexstar Dragon, you have one across the street, but you haven't heard of them growing up. Okay, so they are a West Coast thing. That's what I thought, but I could have sworn Safeway might have been American, but maybe not. But I definitely saw them when I was in out west. So, I contemplated moving back out west, but with all that's going on, I might just stay where I am right now. Legends DM, our three main grocery stores are Safeway, Foodland, and Times. Interesting. Huh. I don't think I've heard of any of those. Sorry, other than Safeway. Interesting. I find this fascinating because sometimes within a country you'll just go a few provinces over. Oh, we don't have any of those things. So it's very interesting the influences that we potentially receive from our neighbors. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm learning things. Very cool. But okay, so okay, they're local. Yeah, and then I feel like there are gonna be local ones as well. So, and I didn't take that into account for sure because we have a few of those, and I think Farm Boy is another one. Again, that might be an East Coast thing. I don't know. We shop at Farm Boy a lot. So, but Farm Boy would be the equivalent to like a Trader Joe's, maybe. I've only been to a Trader Joe's once in my life, so it has that kind of vibe. So, yeah, I don't know. This is very cool. I like that I have a very diverse chat, though. Like, y'all have different things, so that's cool. Oh, has it time to go back to work? It is. Oh, it's never long enough. But y'all, I was having a not-so-great Monday, so I really appreciate you coming in, chatting. Let me blabber on about all the things that I got and hopefully eventually get to play. It's always a delight seeing all of you. Chellcat, Farm Boy is closest to Trader Joe's, but has a more limited selection. Yes. Okay. That is a good way to describe it. Yeah. Like it has a Trader Joe vibe, but limited. Agreed. So. Thanks, Amanda. Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone else has a really great day too. I have meetings, but no, I got to go practice my French because I've been slacking. So I need to get back to doing that. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day. And I'll be back on Wednesday. There's a game that I think I said I would stream a little bit of. I think I did the demo. But yeah, we'll stream it on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, I'm doing Split Fiction with Brian. So you can come see us die a lot. I think Gameritis Guy is usually there for a lot of that. It's really bad, but it's fun. So, thank you, Legends DM. I appreciate all of you. And thank you. I love when y'all pop in. I know it's during the day, so it's not the easiest time, but gives me a little break from the works. So, Y'all have a wonderful day. And if I see you on Wednesday at lunch or maybe Wednesday night, that'd be cool. If not, that's okay too. Have a wonderful night and we'll see you online. Okay, everybody. See you later. Have a great day.